All right, we're live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the daytime stream. Yay, we're in a horizontal mode. Wow, it's been a while since we've done a horizontal mode. But I said I wanted to experiment with it again. I wanted to test it out. So we'll be keeping an eye on the data on this after it's done. Maybe we'll do a mix of vertical and horizontal streams. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Mr. Heath? Whipple says, dang, not first. Dang it. All right, what shall we have for the title today? Giving birth to Pikachu live? Hey, Mr. Horizontal streams. What? Yeah, we used to only stream in horizontal. It's only very recently that we took up vertical streams. All right, this shall be called Giving Birth to Baby Pikachu live. Okay, we should also say, well, we'll just leave it there. Giving birth to baby Pikachu live. All right, that's good enough. Who cares? I don't even care what the title is anymore. I want to see Pikachu's birth. Please, no birth. Giving birth to Pikachu live. I'm in labor. I'm in my third trimester. Wait, I'm going to add that to the title. I like that. Giving birth to Pikachu live. I'm in my third trimester. All right. Wait, I'll save this title too. This is a funny title. We'll use it again in the future. Oh, no, wait a second. That's not how you spell turd. Turd is T-U-R-D. Not a word I spell very often. All right, let's head over here to the Funny Titles channel. Best titles. We're going to go ahead and drop that title in there so we can use it again in the future. LMAO, there's tonight. Should be part 2. Puggies don't get birth. We just get random eggs. Feels old school. Not that old. We've only been streaming vertical for like 2 months, I think. It's not that crazy. But yeah, we want to know what the data looks like. You know, if we get a similar views to the vertical or what. Like last night, we got like 8 subscribers from last night's stream. And so we kind of want to see how this performs. We'll see what happens. I think it's just the case we don't get as much exposure in the horizontal mode. We're going live. No, let's say horizontal stream. There we go. So you guys can come back in and tell me how you feel about the horizontal stream. Some people have expressed they really don't like vertical. All right, so Ivan Rodriguez, photos on Discord for the cheap slabs. All right, so I saw that. Mr. Ivan is sent in for some slabs. Very nice. Have you tried streaming to shorts? Yeah, that's the vertical stream. That's exactly what the vertical stream is. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, this cord's in the way now. You know, you don't deal with that in vertical at all. Ooh. The whole thing's different. So now I have to keep the cards lower. If I lift them, they leave the screen. It's such a different feeling. So you really do use up the full space of the camera in vertical mode. It's just that it's taller. It's taller rather than wider. It's kind of interesting. All right. Got a little holder here. I'll set this over here for now. We have a card for first-time buyers. This is a free poker card with Yoshi on it for a first-time buyer. So all of our links should be working now. Let's see. I've seen some channels run both vertical and horizontal. I've heard about that. Any breaks close to 6? Well, let's see. There's always a break that's closest. Why don't we take a quick look? This has 4 people in it. Could give you a Charizard. Gengar's up to 8 out of 19. Here's the Mega Gengar up to 3 out of 8. Here's the Staff Tyranitar. He's up to 3 out of 27. Obviously, he has a long way to go. Here's the Wi-Fi Break up to 1 out of 23. Oh, look at that. My hand's over here where the vertical stream would be. That's so funny. Okay, so my brain got used to that. Here's Hello Kitty. Meow. That's 1 out of 6. So we need 5 more people in there. That's Black Label Hello Kitty. We also have probably this one if you want a Pokemon. So this has 5 spots left as well. These two right here, really short breaks. 5 spots and 5 spots in each one. Okay. We also have this Halo break. Needs about 14 people. He's got a long way to go. And we have a little $5 break just because yesterday's stream was slow. We've had some slow streams this week. This is a no rarity Vulpix. It's a 1 in 6 for $5. You know, nobody joined it. I'm going to take it off, actually. Okay, that's off the table now. Cool. So back to the usual stuff. We'll put that in the center here. TCC giveaway. What's this? This is also a giveaway. That's called the bonus giveaway. I can put you on there if I want. That's the only way to get on it. I just have to put you there. All right, so we got the full 5 slabs now. That's nice. Hey, how's it going, NHCC? Oh, yeah, you responded the other... let's see, Mr. NHCC. I didn't read that. I saw it, but I didn't read it yet. God, I'm so busy, guys. You have no idea how crazy yesterday was. All right, so let's see. Okay, so you're thinking about splitting the pre-order credit with me. Let's do that, Mr. NHCC. Honestly, if you pushed very hard, I'd give them both to you just because I want to keep you as a customer. My brain says it's already spent, but I'm going to do that. Let's split it with you. 48 seems pretty fair. Let's do that. So I just know it's impossible. If I had like a pre-order sheet like this, I wouldn't go, let's just throw this away. I wouldn't do that. There's no way I'd do that. So that's why, and besides that, I had this brief feeling like, I thought he spent that. So you wanted off the Misty Pikachu. Okay, let's just do that. Let's go over here. That's the thing. I have a faint memory of it, but it's not that strong. I can't strongly say, here's how you spent it or anything. So this comes down to 672, and now we'll call it even Steven. Now see how that was just one transaction that happened. You know, if you waited 8 months, you might not remember you even spent that. It could be very easy to forget that, in fact. That's the whole problem. We need like a receipt system. I was talking to NHCC about this, guys. We need a receipt system for subjects like store credit. We've ran into this before. Store credit, once you spend it, I don't know. Like with PayPal, we get a receipt. When you do something with PayPal, we get a receipt because it becomes the PayPal history. We need like a store credit receipt system. We really do. Maybe I could have like a notepad where I write all the details down, or maybe I could just have a Discord channel where it's like private and I could just write it down every time something happens. That's a lot of extra work. That should slow the stream down. So no vertical stream. Woo, the setup is nostalgic now. Make them send a petty message stating that they used the store credit. Yeah, that could work as well. So it could be like a little extra work on your side. You know, what's nice about the store credit is the fact that there's so little work involved. You know, just being able to quickly spend it, not worry about it, not have to think about it. That is what makes store credit nice. Maybe on the physical cards themselves, maybe I can just change them so that we write how you spent it. And then instead of throwing these away, maybe these actually get saved. Maybe that would work. If that were true, I'd have this huge pile of store credit cards piled up. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. All right. Miss Six is here. Mr. NHCC, Mr. Whipple, CC, Roy Schwartz. Hello, Roy. We have No Urotowel, Isaac Morgan, Chris Rinaldi. Any interest in buying a Southern Island Mew? Says Chris Rinaldi. I'm always interested in a good deal. But do I need to buy a Southern Island Mew? Not really. Yeah, I don't need to buy one. Okay, Ivan is the first order of the daytime stream. He's got some stuff for me to look at. Looks like somebody's trying to message me as well. I need to look into that in a second. So, Ivan wants Golbat, Nidoqueen, the Horse Pony, and Bulbasaur and Electrode. Those are all good cards that I thought that you might be interested in. In fact, I told myself these are the kind of cards that our friend Mr. Ivan might want. Here's this. Here's this. All right. Finally, a regular stream. So we got all these. One more. This one right over here. Wow. We like Mr. Ivan. Look at that. He picked up all the Cardconomist cards. You know, the nice thing is, it's not a very famous label. Like, it's really just our community that knows about it. And yet, those grades are probably extremely accurate. So, you know, when it says 10, it's very likely going to cross into a PSA 10. Where's my marker? It is. All right. Hey, Jeff Leon's here. That's so strange. Hey, what's up, Jeff? I think I mentioned once or twice that we hadn't seen Jeff in a while. How's life going, Mr. Jeff? We are. Here's Ivan Rodriguez. I like seeing people. Ivan Rodriguez. Okay. You could do more horizontal once you hit 100K, maybe. True, because growth is maybe not the most important thing. Or maybe we could just have a schedule of verticals and horizontals. I don't know. Ivan Rodriguez. Well, we're going to see the data after this stream is over. I'll share it with you guys, probably in the announcements channel. The data on the vertical streams is still pretty good. It's about triple the views we used to get in horizontal mode. And we get about, well, we get way more subscribes. Because in horizontal mode, almost every single stream, we got 1 to 2 subscribes at best. But usually it'd be 0. In the vertical mode, it's really interesting. You get like 8, 10 subscribes pretty easily. Hey, what's up, Sammy Sam? Did you not receive my order last night? Tell me about the order. What's the name of the order and what was in it? I bet you we did receive it. It is. Ooh. Can you stream in both? Maybe. There we go. I don't think we can stream in both on YouTube at the same time, so that's the real problem. Your revenue sharing on Now It Begins. Oh, that's too bad. Let's throw that away. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ivan. We have an order for Miss 6. She wants 2 gem 2s. All right, 6. So this is a bonus giveaway card. I'll put it way over here. All right, so this is still getting priced. I'll place this in here. Here's a little holographic Adventure Time card. That's pretty cute. You can do 2 streams. I don't think you can do 2 streams to YouTube, though. That's the main deal. So here on YouTube, we would want the stream to be in vertical mode if it's handing out way more subscribes. Well, what is this layout? Are you back to the original? I sent it at 12:05 a.m. It was the Golbat, Donald Duck PSA, and Jigglypuff TCC slab. Oh, Samantha Rodriguez. Hello, Samantha. I did receive that order. I remember that. And I don't remember it containing the other cards in it. What I remember is the Jigglypuff. It is Samantha Rodriguez. Oh, I see. I see. So, Mr. Ivan, I am afraid this goes to Samantha Rodriguez. You have $15 store credit. Sorry about that. Ivan, what happened was she had already purchased it, but I did not realize that. I'm sorry, Samantha. So now you have $15, and this becomes property of Miss Samantha. Sorry about that. I thought you just ordered the Jigglypuff. So we're going to get this. We're going to get the Donald Duck as well. Any Tyrannitars? I can show you how to set it up if you'd like. I've done it before. I've seen people do it. So YouTube will accept 2 streams at the same time, both vertical and horizontal. Here we are. I guess my brain doesn't want to believe that YouTube will actually allow that. A dual stream on YouTube itself. Here we are. Ooh. So if you're telling me that that's true, I'll look into that. Okay, so you want Donald Duck, Carddass, the Carddass Donald Duck specifically. Okay, I was going to say we have 2 Donald Ducks. Let's find this. I think trying to split the stream in 2 pieces is a little complex because it's not just about whether it can be done. It's also about knowing when my hands are off screen and stuff like that, right? Okay, give me a second here. Let's see. Oh, 2 different chats. Give me a moment here. Where did that Carddass Donald Duck go? Maybe he's already been put away. Let me check and see if he's in our September channel. I wonder if that would split up our viewer base too, actually. In other words, some of our followers will only be watching vertical and some of our watchers will only be watching horizontal. Okay, give me a second here. We're going to head over to the Cheap October channel. I think I should call this the All Slabs channel. Am I getting any Topps Chrome Disney? That's so interesting. People are asking for that Topps Chrome Disney. You know, I got some of that in the past, and the problem with it is it did not sell. So people are asking for Topps Chrome SpongeBob, which is on the way, and people are asking for Topps Chrome Disney, and that's on the way. But neither of those sets really did that well in the past. So it's interesting you guys want it now. I think once you see the price, you'll go, oh, maybe I don't want that. Go Samantha Rodriguez. Some people might open it. I mean, we did sell some packs of it. But both of those sets are hard to sell. Both Disney and SpongeBob. There it goes. Ooh. All right. YouTube needs to figure out how to do it natively. Oh. 2 different streams on the same account, 2 different chats, 2 different views. Weird. I'm surprised YouTube allows a double stream. YouTube needs to figure out how to do that natively. 151 surprise will end within 2 weeks regardless. That's right. Take a quick look at the 151 surprise case break. Here it is. Set for October 19th. It doesn't really matter if it fills out or not. It's over on October 19th. We'll open it either way. I believe that's a Sunday, right? Oh, maybe we need to change that to Saturday because I'm taking Sundays off. So it might be October 18th, okay, everybody? But yeah, we're not going to wait anymore for this. This is over in like a week or whatever it is in 2 weeks. Over in about 10 days, so less than 2 weeks. And that's because we don't want this sitting around forever. It's a brand new product anyways. And we'll take this and put it away. Here we are. Don't know how to feel about those Chinese sets yet. I'm still kind of digesting it. They make me a little nervous. Their price is pretty unbelievable. Can I get the 70 Gyarados? Why, yes, you can. Yes, you can get that. Let me go grab it. Here it is. Oh, that's the Mewtwo, actually. Here's the 70 Gyarados. Let me go mark that as sold, then. Actually, I tell you what. I'll just delete this whole post. There we go. That's deleted. So, you need $55 for the Gyarados. And the Mewtwo, we'll just pop them back up here until we can take another picture. Any more slabs like Donald Duck? Yeah, we actually have the Steamboat Willie card. He could probably be sold, but we don't have a lot of other cards like the Donald Duck. If you're a big fan of that, we'll get more of those graded. All right, so here's a Wigglytuff. Here's a Dusclops. Here's this beautiful guy. Oh, it's fun being able to rotate 5 slabs rather than just 3. That is nice. There you go. And there's a Lucario. Look at that Lucario. Set this up here. Cool. We helped Miss Samantha. Thank you, Samantha. Okay, and now... Oh, Miss 6. We never opened her 2 Gem 2s. I'm sorry. Here you go, 6. Samantha came in and needed some help. 2 Gem 2s. Ready? Sleep. So I'm doing a lot of talking with AI about how to make improvements to our channel, and we're pretty 100% sure we want a website now. It's not like oh yeah, we could get to it anymore. Now we got to have one. So I'm very confident we have to have a website. AI says it's one of my biggest problems that I don't have one. So you should have had one already. AI was pointing out that if I already had a website, when I probably applied for distribution, they probably would have already accepted me. So that, along with the reseller license, we'll get those 2 steps done, and then we'll get distribution. That's our plan right now. And hopefully that brings prices down a little bit too. And I know people love it when the prices come down, so that's a really big deal. We are Miss 6. All right. Steamboat Willie is the break with the $40 with the 1 in 5 chance to 200. Yeah, I took him off the table. He wasn't moving, so I just removed him. We are. All right. Saturday, my package comes in. I'm excited. There we go. Good. Then we can have a forum and chat about all our problems. We are. I was asking AI for all kinds of ideas. AI noted that because we keep all your bags here for so long, that I actually could act as a trading platform. I thought that was interesting. It said you could collect fees for trading people's cards for them between each other. And I was like, that is kind of an interesting idea. Trading platform. So like, let's say you have a slab that you want to trade with another person. I don't know how well that would work though. I think for the most part, I've avoided that. Actually, retrieving slabs is a big pain in the butt. That's one of the problems. But between bags, that's an interesting idea. Some other things AI pointed out is that we actually should be working on bounties, and that is a mistake for me to ignore them. AI thinks that bounties are like a unique thing that can't be done at Walmart or on eBay or anything like that. So I guess we should figure out how to implement a bounty. And then AI also said, I do very good on the giveaways. I'm actually more generous than I need to be. AI pointed out that we don't need to give away like $500 a month in giveaways, and that what we really need is a weekly giveaway. Oh, and all three of the AIs pointed out that I should be having an email list where I let you guys know when a new product comes out, or like when, you know, a new really fancy break is almost about to go off or something like that. So these are all really interesting thoughts. What do you guys think about that? Oh, AI told you, says Mike's side. That's right, AI told me. Well, when it comes to bounties, I always didn't like bounties. And the reason for the reason I didn't like bounties is because it always felt like, you know, if you got a couple $100 to put into a bounty, why don't you just reduce the price of the packs? The packs already have a bounty in them. It's called the chase card. Mr. Jeff, what's up, Jeff? 2 magical girls, 2 rascals, 2 Azure Lane Volume 1, 2 Oshinoko, 2 Sneaker Bunko Volume 2. All right. So we got 1, 2. Let's see how fast we can put this together. So we got these two magical girls. Let's see. Well, here's this. Okay, there's the Azure Lane First Edition English. Oshinoko. I'm trying to remember which one that is. Oshinoko. Oshinoko. I don't think I've opened that one in a while. Let me look up what that looks like. Welcome back, Mr. Jeff. How's life going? Who reads nowadays, though, says Tammy. Oshinoko Weiss. Box. I gotta see the box. Oh, okay, interesting. I know what it is now. Okay, so 2 magical girls. The magical girls. Where do we store magical girls? You know, it's funny. Some of these haven't been opened in a little while. I know the magical girl set. I just don't know where it's being kept. Let's put this Dragon Ball up in the Dragon Ball box. And what is this? That's a second box of open Sneaker Bunko Volume 2. Here's Solo Leveling. Here's some... That is Final Fantasy, Spy Family, Metazu Hello Kitty. What is this? This is the dungeon, not dungeon, what do they call that? I'm just looking around. We might have to get fresh boxes on some of this stuff, okay? Oh, this is an open box of Gundam, huh? Let's put this over with the Gundam then. All right, I'll actually throw this box away. Busy with managing work, Amazon account in addition to my normal job duties. Work, Amazon account. Nice, dude. All right. Let's see. Remember that guy that you introduced me to, the supplier guy? That guy totally basically ripped me off, man. That guy killed me. All right, I think I got to go get some fresh boxes of some of these. I think I know where the Oshinoko is. Yeah, so that guy, I did a bunch of orders with him that he never fulfilled. In fact, we just gave NHCC money for that because of that old problem. He never fulfilled them. So he and I made an agreement to convert all those unfulfilled products into Pokemon Black and White cases. And then he never fulfilled that either. He sent... He was supposed to send, I can't remember what the deal was. If I read the details, I'd remember. But essentially, I'm missing 1 case of black and 1 case of white. I think I'm missing either 1 case or 2 cases of each. And now he won't respond to me. So he doesn't want to send them. So I've thought about trying to do a chargeback through the bank, which I don't want to do that because I like the Wise app. I like the Wise app. You know, I think the Wise app would not like me if I did that, but I could do it. I could tell the bank the product's unfulfilled, and we got all this conversation back and forth that proves it. Yeah, he's not sending those last cases, and he's the first guy I've ever met to not fulfill an order. He's real bad. I don't know what kind of guy he is. I don't know if he's like some big deal, big shot guy who's got like special distribution. I'm just some small fry to him. Or if he's more scrappy-do and he's decided, hey, I'll just keep this and keep the money. Either way, I'm very, very unhappy with him. And what he's done, to me, it's basically theft. He's done a theft. I'm going to go get those magical girls, and we're going to go get... Actually, I don't see Rascal either. So we're going to get Magical Girls, Rascal, and Oshinoko Volume 2. All right, 3 things. I want to try to remember that. Magical Girl, Rascal, Oshinoko Volume 2. All right, here we are. The secret ingredient is crime. Yeah, he's a thief. Here they are. All right, we got all 3. Okay. Any updates on Iron Maiden Magic cards? I have not purchased those at all. I'm not super interested in the Iron Maiden brand. Here we are. Very nice. Let's grab this. All right. Tammy says, back to work I go. Tammy, you're not allowed to leave us. 1,000 orders a day. We need a face cam and go-go dancers. There we go. Is feminism a problem? Yeah, I can't stand women. Women, bro. Okay, we're gonna grab this. Frickin' your mom's a feminist. Audiobooks do not count as actual reading. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I think they do. I think they totally count. It's called reading with your ears, Tammy. With your ears. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, this is the promo card, huh? All right, nothing special coming out of there. Let's start sneeping. Mr. doesn't like dad rock metal. It's a very niche product. Like, I don't think Iron Maiden is typically well collected, you know? So there might be 1 or 2 guys who buys it, but I don't want to buy a bunch of it and then have to figure out how to get rid of it later. Not a good formula. They'll drop on Monday. Yeah, I'll let people who want Iron Maiden just go buy Iron Maiden from Magic. I don't think we're going to mess with that. There we go. It'll probably look cool and all, but it doesn't have a certain repeatability to it, right? Like, what's cool about Pokemon is there's a repeatability. The new set comes out, large sets come out, they sustain it, they keep it going for years. Iron Maiden's like this one-off thing, and they're not making Iron Maiden TV shows as far as I know. 666, the number of the beast. My friends in the UK are afraid to talk about their politics. They're being censored and punished. Yeah. That's something for them to chat up about, you know. We are. Ooh, they got to put on their big boy pants. All right, they got to get mean. No, not mean. If you're not mean, everyone walks all over you, including the government. So if you're collectively, you know, kind of like pussies, basically, the government's going to walk all over you. That's just how it is. And that's what the government's doing, is saying, you can't say what you want to say because we'll punish you. And the solution to that is to get really, really mean and be like, not in my country. Ooh, but they're not going to do that. They're going to be like, oi, I put the tea on I put the kettle on the fire. I need the office jaws and Iron Maiden secret layers. All right, here's the magical girls being very, very magical. For example, their clothing magically comes off. And here's this girl. Not a signature, but it is an OFR. Very nice. I will send them a strongly worded letter. Yeah, they got to get mean. That's the only way. And if you're not mean, a group that is mean wins and you lose. And that's the way of the world. It really sucks, but it's true. Now look at this. We are 30 minutes in with 44 viewers and 22 likes. This is horizontal mode, guys. I would say that those numbers don't look as good as usual. They look slightly lower. What do you guys think? They are. Horizontal mode, man. All right. Did you see Dobby in Saturday Night Live? Harry Potter is as culturally relevant as it ever was. Dobby, they're going to make Voldemort a woman. Here we go, Jeff. Thank you so much, man. I thought you had some nice pulls in there. What do you think? Now, if we could just find your bag, that'd be nice. 11 horizontal. I forgot how much I missed it, but I know others like it the other way. People at work. Well, this is a Wednesday stream. I'm very familiar with Wednesdays. Wednesday streams should not be that bad. They are. Tuesday streams, maybe. Oh, Jeff. I found you. Haha, Jeff Leone. All right, you have this hits bag. I'm just going to put everything in here, though. Peter Pan was played by a woman. You're a woman heavy. All right, there we go. They're going to ruin Harry Potter. UFC fight horizontal versus vertical. Hey, Ivan, Dan, that sucks, bro. I'm glad you're able to be back. Did I see the message I sent you explaining why I wasn't able to chat with you? I did not see that. YouTube unblocked me today because someone reported me from chat, but they said it seems it was a scam. You got reported in chat? I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay, let me have a sip. Dumbledore looks great. You have to keep drinking. Here's Ivan. Let's go ahead and rotate these. Here's Manectric for a cheap $600. Here's Geodude. Here's Gengar Break. Here's Dialga. And here is Charizard. I like vertical better, says Heath. Okay, so Ivan Rodriguez says he wants the Gyarados plus TCC 10, $10 with $15 credit. All right, so here's this. And here is this. Now, your math is off by $5, but I'm just going to give this card to you, okay? Here you go, Mr. Ivan. Okay, very good. Thank you, Mr. Ivan. You can report someone in chat. You can report someone who's in chat. That's crazy. Did not know that. Here's Jeff Leon, one Final Fantasy collector. Ooh. Let's go find a Final Fantasy collector booster. Don't get too comfortable with the vertical stream because, I'm sorry, the horizontal stream, because it's very, very likely we jump back to vertical. But we are going to be checking the data from this one because we haven't checked data in a while. So, I bet you I would have moved this by now. Is this with the other Final Fantasies at this point? Let's see. Aha! Here it is. Got it. I sent the other 5. Oh, thank you. Okay, we'll place this here. All right. I legit only came as is horizontal, says Jeff. I appreciate the feedback, Jeff. I would say as a moderator, you know, as a moderator, I would hope you would just come to either of them. You are not to necessarily be a customer or spend or open cards, but the decision to go vertical was not sort of like a personal decision. It's actually a data-driven decision. So to make the channel grow faster, we're just doing the most optimal decisions. Here's Hero. Here's Kane Traitorous Dragoon. Wow, that looks really good. The Dragoon. Ready? All right. Here's Warrior of Light. Here's Kuja. Here's Gogo, Master of Mimicry. Here's Uriandro Agrelette. I can't say the name. Agrelette. Agrelette? Vertical stream. You pop up more on YouTube Shorts, which gives people's attention. Makes sense. You get more numbers. Yeah. Here's Gilgamesh. beautiful Gilgamesh. Mr. Pull a golden chocobo as a prank. That'd be nice. Okay, grabbing that. All right, and Island. All right. Here's Island. Here's Ambrosia Whiteheart. Here's Snowvilliers? Snowvillier. All right. Here's the Warrior of Light. Very nice. And here's Kane, Traitorous Dragoon. Good, glad they helped you out on that. There we go. And here's that Gilgamesh. All right. We actually were just talking about the moderator's role. Here's Kane. The first recorded story. Snowvilliers. Here's Diamond Weapon. Here's Battle Menu. Here's Phantom Train. Here's Monk's Fist. Here's Guado Salam. And Blazing Bomb. Ooh. It's very important as a moderator that you stop in, you know, from time to time. I'd say don't let it drag on too long, because we were considering about pulling a whole bunch of moderator roles back so we could hand them back out to whoever's, you know, consistently showing up. So that matters. I've been cleaning house on pony promos. People selling stuff they have no idea what they have. What? You've been cleaning a house on pony promos. Wrath is about to become king of My Little Pony. Smite should add Jesus Christ to the roster. Yeah, they really should. I like this Dragoon card. That's really sexy looking, man. All right, let's go ahead and place this over here. All right. Your new name is Phantom Train. There we go. Very good. Ivan Rodriguez says $5, sorry. Okay. I'm online for both day and nighttime stream, just saying, says John Pizza. Yeah, there's a couple people that would be interested in that moderator role, I think. And I think that you know, it's a subject, you know. People were noticing, for example, the other night, they were wondering where what's his name? I can't remember his name, see? So my brain has trouble remembering the name of him because he hasn't been around in a while. Let's jump over here. So if we go over to community moderation, standard moderators, are you ready? So there's your boy Russ. He doesn't really moderate. Ruben AG. I don't think we see Ruben that often, right? Ruben AG. There's, let's see. Rand's pretty spotty. Rand shows up pretty randomly. Oh, here it is, Super Dan. So Super Dan doesn't show up too often. Derek LED. Mary shows, see, Mary does come in. Here's Eric Schilke. Here's GP. That's Gangplank. We were talking about him last night. There's Tammy Lowe, Scott Zard, and I am him and Jeff Leon. Where's that guy that we just... Is it KJ? I'm going to remove KJ because we made him a moderator as a joke. There you go. All right, there we go. All right. So you get a rebate for using your PayPal card. That's so nice. Here's Jesus Aguilera. Bloody Mary. 2 151 Journey and 2 English OP5s. 2 151 Journeys. Oh, right. There are these guys over here that are really expensive. I'll be mod if you want. Here we are. 2 English OP5s. Let's grab this. Okay. Ooh. Snip of that and snip of this. Ready? Sneep. Very nice. All right. I'm not responsible enough for moderator. What is that Japanese? Here's a Vaporeon. Look at that Vaporeon. Here's Seeking. Look at that Seeking. Oops. Here's One Piece OP5. Some hollows. And here's some more hollows. Ta-da! It was fun while I lasted. Oh, you're actually here. That's funny, dude. That is funny. Yeah, we were just making you a temporary mod. I think I mentioned that to you, but we were doing that for a little bit of fun, you know. We do that from time to time. We'll make somebody a temporary mod. All right. I banned 0 people. We're very proud of you. You did a good job, KJ. Oh, by the way, check it out, guys. We do have a fresh round of the jumbo pack break. Why don't we add another card to it? Why don't we add... what's a cool thing we could add? Let's add one of these. Okay, we're adding a booster pack to it today. So it is now thicker. That's one of the better jumbo pack breaks now. It's got a couple extra packs in it. Okay. I was feeling that chat broke out with me. There we go. Scalper's got all the SpongeBob taps, says Marquette. No! Well, you know, demand rose for it. And then once demand started rising, price started rising. Freaking SpongeBob. I'm ready. Here we are. All right. Let's see. We're going to grab Jesus Aguilera. Ooh. Ayo has a question. Do you have the illustration contest pack still? I do. Are those still going up? Gem 3 coming? No, Gem 3 has not been ordered at all. I consider it heavily overpriced. We are. I have not decided on Gem 3. Same with same with the 151 surprise, actually. So the Chinese sets are making me very nervous. Here's Mr. Isaac. 10 time to mines and 1 jumbo spot. Whoa, time to mines. You got it, man. Okay. Isaac Thomas. Okay. So we'll jump over here. There we go. People can't get English products, so everyone's going to hog on Chinese. Okay, so you're the first out of 4 people in there. And now the 10 time to mines. The Burger Pikachu's moving. Is it going up in price? I know there was like a gazillion of those graded. Tell me a little bit about that Burger Pikachu. Ooh, Sonic packs. Here's the time to mine. Is it back here? It says time to mine. Yes. Here it is. Ugh. All right. Ooh, that was really back there. Wait, mister, I said I wasn't selling them. I was going to send the $20 for the pack. What are you talking about? Did you get my second order? I made it right after my first. I know sometimes PayPal is weird. I most certainly did not. So, Miss 6. It says 2 151 Chinese. Oh, we're going to take care of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Yeah, sometimes if you send an order really close to the other one, it like collapses that second email, and I actually have to like expand the email, and sometimes I don't realize I have to do that. Okay, here we are. Okay, there we go. Very nice. Thank you. I knew it wasn't going to show. All right, here goes Miss 6. 2 of these. Sleep. Lovely. Tossing this. How much for those random packs? Well, you could buy the whole thing out for $160. Look at that, Aerodactyl. And boop, 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 boop. You got Gloom. Look at that Gloom. So cute. All right, lovely. Hey, mister, you ever going to get Gem 3? I could. Toss this over here. I'm very uncomfortable with the Chinese sets right now. Very uncomfortable with them. There we go. I don't know what to think of them. They're severely overpriced. The cost to bring them into the United States is high. All right. A manly Gunnar order? How many waifus? 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. We're back on this order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, good. Okay. Snipping this. Snipping these. And we're going to snip this now. And now we're going to snip these. And finally, we're going to snip this. Illustration Pikachu in a 10 is like $200. Man, that's crazy. It's a lot of money. From the 2024 series, right? I don't know if I should sell my packs or just grade them. I think it's always better to grade them, basically. Because if you can get 10s out of there, you get the premium on the 10. Think of it like an extra step of work that you're doing. All right, what do we got? So these are Time to Mine Minecraft cards, sheep. We got Holographic Guardian and the Ghast. All right. Very good. Good. And good. Okay, pack number 2. There's the Creeper. And here's... Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that Creeper. Can I send the 20 for the pack then, please? Oh, you're talking about for the illustration packs? Absolutely not. Those are not for sale. I'm sorry. There was a time period where they were for sale and then nobody would buy them, and now they're going up and everybody wants them. What I would have to do is I would have to locate a supply of them in order to sell them again. Yeah, those aren't for sale anymore. I apologize for that. They are. They were for sale. That's kind of how some product works, actually, you know, so you should be careful. If you identify another product on the menu that looks like it might work that way, it's maybe a more time pressing product to acquire. But unless I had some sort of like confirmed way to restock it, I wouldn't really be interested in playing around with those very much. You said it was. I think I was confused with the question, Mr. Ivan. I apologize for that. Pre-sales for Avatar: The Last Airbender Magic is soon now, I think. Yeah, that's a collector booster box as well, right? I got burned on the Spider-Man ones. I think I'm going to cool down on I'm going to cool down on the Magic the Gathering booster packs. Here it is. You know, Final Fantasy did pretty well, although I didn't get to make much money on those because if you recall, my early order of them got lost, sadly. Here's Steve. Okay. There's Steve. And here's Ender Dragon, Creeper, and Winter Wonderland. Ooh, very nice. All right, what is this title? It says Relentless Fishing Team. Hey, what's up, man? All right, very good. And very good. Everyone got burned on Spider-Man. A lot of people are hella pissed. It was a bad set, huh? Spooderman. Spooderman. When I sensed that it wasn't going to sell through, I immediately cracked open like a whole box of it and sent it off to grade. Because I got to get something. FedEx stole a $450 Shiny Treasures PSA 10 Charizard from me. Past authenticity that never got delivered. Really? I've got a really, really important delivery on the way to me right now. One of my cards I wanted the very most. I'm still holding my breath. But it's that Japanese Shining Tyranitar. I've wanted him for many years and just never prioritized it. Didn't have time for it. And also, I never saw one that I liked because they're that rare. They're just incredibly rare. So there's never one for sale. We are. All right. Look at that. Here's Enderman. Ooh, you got the Enderman sketch. Beautiful. You guys ever open these? Look at that Enderman sketch. So nice. All right. Okay. Very good. The cards are nice, but it's very anti-magic themed. They squished in as much characters as possible. There we go. Ooh. A couple more packs here. So what's fun about these is you're getting a lot of interesting cards that could be worth grading. Hey, there's another achievement card. Nice. We're in October, guys. It's October 8th. You guys ready for Halloween? Is the weather cooling off around you guys? It's getting real nice in Missouri. This is some peak weather. This is some highly, highly desirable weather where we live. There we go. And there is the mine. Did you see my Discord? Thought it was worth asking. Oh, there you are. Sell a sealed Topps box. Maybe. I think I only have good Topps boxes left, though. So, like, they're not the standard Topps boxes. They're like rainbow or like later print run boxes. Actually, I've thought about selling them as booster packs out here to raise some money. Wow, look at these two cards. Make every stew suspicious. And the fox. Oh my gosh, Karis would like a card like that. She loves foxes. Okay. I think Spidey Magic will grow in price as time goes by. I think they all will. There we go. But, yeah, you know, I put a lot of money into that set and didn't see that money return. I'm tempted to open the rest of it, just get it graded, get it moved on with. I want to buy a sealed one from you. I really don't have a lot of sealed product to choose between other than super highly desirable ones. And so they wouldn't be like, you know, they wouldn't be like the cheap ones. Not that anything's cheap anymore. I mean, have you seen the Topps boxes? They're all expensive. So these come with these sketch cards. They're not truly drawn by hand. I think they were originally drawn by hand and then they were printed. And he got, nice, he got 3 of them. So check these out, everybody. Look how nice these look. Isn't that cool? Cool stuff. Okay. And then on top of that, you got a couple of these hollow cards, like Make Every Stew Suspicious, Mine, Herm, excuse me, Winter Wonderland, Don't Take Things for Granted, Bundle Up, and A Builder's Best Friend. Not really, huh? I wouldn't grade Magic. Graded Magic doesn't do that well unless it's vintage or the rare 1K plus cards. Nah, that's definitely not true anymore. You can definitely grade Magic. You can grade Magic because they don't make Magic cards. They make, you know, they make like Spider-Man cards now. They make Final Fantasy. They make Spider-Man. I know for a fact you can grade them because I've been studying their prices. We are. They're post-grade prices, that is. So if we were to look up like some of these Final Fantasy cards, you can see they're selling for ridiculous prices. But yeah, if you were to buy maybe like a set like Innistrad or Tarkir and you graded those might not do very well. Now that's not like a brag though for Magic. It's not like a, well, that's just not their design. You know, it's not one of those. What it really means is they're designed poorly. That's what it, deep down, that's what it means. All cards should be both playable and collectible because they're capable of being both playable and collectible. So to not max out both, you know, both sides of the market just means that as a company, you've got some improvements to make. And they have been making those improvements. What they realized is that, well, we can't design our own characters very well, but we can license characters that are already good, like SpongeBob. And so we're going to get some graded Magic SpongeBob. We're going to get some graded Magic Final Fantasy. We're going to get some graded Magic Spooderman. We already had some graded Lord of the Rings. It all sold. All of it sold. All the Lord of the Rings cards sold through. And the prices online kind of support that, I would argue. Here we are. All right, beautiful. That was all for you, Mr. Isaac. Ugh. You can grade it, but it sits. Not for me. So we sold all of ours. There we go. Yeah, we graded a bunch of, at one point we graded a bunch of Lord of the Rings, and it's all sold now. All the Lord of the Rings are gone. And so we're gonna just, if it's a set with a good brand, we're gonna grade that brand. If it's like, you know, like I said, if it's like Innistrad or something like that, or Aether Drift, I'll probably just, you know, kind of pass on it. Whew, that was a big order. Thank you. Carlos Sura wants into the Jumbo Pack Break. That brings the Jumbo Pack Break up to 2. Very nice. All right. making fish and chips. No, they have beloved characters that do well. Wizard of the Coast just wanted the Fortnite flash sale. It is Carlos Sura. All right. There we go. And we'll place this back up here. Here's NHCC. Says, jump me in the waifu break, 1 Uwu Shuffle, and 2 Azure Lanes. A lot of interest in these Azure Lanes. They're actually moving. Where did it go? Ah, here it is. So there it is, 2 Azure Lanes. I want to sell the Rocket Scyther instead. I'm trying to get more of your cool stuff. Rocket Scyther, what are you referring to? You're talking about Rocket Scyther returns from the Rocket Return set? Man, nowadays that would be near impossible to replace. Can't think of any other Rocket Scythers I have, so I think it's just that one you're referring to. I used to own Jim First Edition Rocket Scyther, but I sold it like a silly boy. Here we go. All right, Mr. NHCC. We got 1 hollow and 2 hollows. That is an exceptional Scyther. The only way I could sell that is for an exceptional price. And then I would have to take that money and bury it into something that I pretty badly want. He would be hard to get out of my... You'd have to pry him out of my dead fingers. All right, let's see. Yeah, that one's a hard one to get for me because I know how rare he is. He's an unusually rare one. Let's see. You've got a hits bag. All right, you got a box over here. All right, we're waiting for the first package to arrive to you so we can send out your ungraded cards. That'll be fun. Breaking news. Hamas accepts Trump peace plan ending 2 years of war in Gaza, returning the hostages. Oh my gosh, please let it happen. That'd be so nice. Now they need to end the Ukraine war. I feel like it's not going to last. Hold on, I want to see. Let's see. Trump says Israel and Hamas signed off on a first phase of the Gaza peace plan. The president says the deal includes Hamas releasing all of the hostages and Israel withdrawing its troops to a certain line. I feel like if they release all the hostages, it's sincere, and you do have to end the war then. If they release the hostages, you have to end the war. Sort of like your move kind of thing, you know. Well, that'll be great. It sounds promising. I'm holding my breath though because I just don't believe it. It's a war based on religion, and so how can that ever end? I don't think it can end, but I don't know. Look at that. This is for people placing a first-time order. We have this Yoshi card. Ooh, bonus card if you place a first-time order. Now, let's see. Jump you into the waifu break and 1 Uwu Shuffle. The waifu break. Grab this. We have a really great break. It's the waifu break right here. Lovely. Samson option. It's a trap, says Cody Hodges. Man, I have the same negative feelings. I hope we're all wrong. There we are. It's really hard to believe. There we go. Israel going to goof something up. Donald getting tired of Netanyahu being a dum-dum, says Wrath. I don't know. Who knows? They caught the last New Orleans prison escapee. Nice. Back to jail you go. That sucks. A minute of freedom. Well, it's so much worse now. Now they're going to have to serve more time. There it is. Prison's such an outdated concept. You know, like you and I go to work to pay for someone else to sit in a jail cell. It's so outmoded. It needs to be something else. They need to, instead of it being like a jail cell, it needs to be like a prison business where they produce a good strictly. Like there's no other purpose of the prison but to produce a good. And so if you go to prison, you have to work. Maybe I'm like the North Korean leader who wants the labor camps or something. But yeah, something like that. But prison, what do they just sit on their butt all day? And when you and I pay for it, it makes no sense. Get them working. So 1 Uwu Shuffle. Good luck in there, Mr. NHCC. Appreciate the order today as always. Take a quick look at that. Ready? That sounds a lot like slave labor. Yeah, but as opposed to what? As opposed to having them just sit there and pick their nose. And besides, this is very different from actual slavery because they did a crime to end up in the jail. Here we are. I would say the other option is Okay, so if you don't want to do the whole slave labor, then there needs to be different kinds of punishments that keep them out of jail. So here are some of my thoughts. People who are very bad offenders, where there's very concrete evidence, maybe we just do the death penalty. Is that so crazy? I mean, I think that when we were a tough society, I think that's what we did. We don't do it anymore because we're all softies. All right, that's an aside, okay? You don't have to agree with me on that at all. But here's a different idea. You might actually agree with me on this one. Pick out the cheapest state in all of America. Might be like Alabama, might be West Virginia. Build a gigantic, super efficient prison, a really big one, and then just ship everybody over there. And this just reduces the cost of having people be in jail. Then when their jail time is up, just transport them back to their homes. What do you think? There we go. Especially for like people who are in jail for life. So if you know they're going to be in jail for life, where should they be in jail for life? California or the cheapest state in the union, West Virginia. It should be West Virginia. So I have some ideas. And this will reduce the cost for us, the taxpayer. And if you've ever seen how much it costs to keep people in jail, it's really expensive. You're talking like $100,000 a year in a place like California, $100,000 per year to keep them in jail. All right, so that's why I have thoughts on that. It's an interesting subject, not exactly a happy subject. Here's Mark J. Valerian for one Topps Chrome MetaZoo. You got it, man. Here's the MetaZoo. Very nice. All right. What's the break that is? Oh, okay, you want the closest break. You ready? I'm going to show it off. So it's actually two of them that are tied. These two right here. Magikarp and Hello Kitty. Now, and actually, technically, it's this jumbo break. As usual, the jumbo break always going off. Jumbo break's got one spot left in it. Okay, jumbo break, popular. Always popular. I'm watching you, Mike Wazowski. All right, you ready? How have Weiss sales been? Bad. Weiss sales, first of all, I haven't seen a lot of good Weiss sets coming out. Nothing that catches my eye. But second of all, even the sets that already exist don't sell as often as they used to. Everyone's pushing their money toward Pokemon because they're looking at Pokemon saying, hey, Pokemon's the best. Nothing beats Pokemon. And I agree with them. But so there's been a big push for Pokemon cards, not so much Weiss Schwarz. There it is, Mr. Mark. Set for one spot in the Magikarp and the Jumbo Break. Okay, cool. So the Jumbo Break shall go off for the daytime stream. Daytime stream is always so much fun, isn't it? Okay, there we go. You have OP5 boxes for sale from a fresh case, says Avery. I do not remember how much of the OP5 I've left. I technically have a full case of English OP5, but I think I'm going to leave that sealed. And so after that, I don't know how many sealed OP5 boxes I have in English. I know in Japanese I have 0. Just ordered a Dan to Dan box. Nice, dude. Okay, so Mark J. Valerian says for one Topps Chrome MetaZoo, we finished that. Now we have an order of Team Rocket Grunt, one in the Jumbo Pack break, one spot in the Magikarp break. Here it is. All right. Team Rocket Grunt and Team Rocket Grunt. Good. And this shall go back here. All right. Nice. And then this shall go over here as well. This completes the Jumbo Pack break. Set 2 of the Godzilla card games. Oh, set 2 of the Godzilla card games come out in October 25th. Sounds good, man. Well, I don't know about Godzilla. You know, I'm nervous to open up a set like Godzilla. It seems like something that would not do very well. Here's the chase card. We've got 1. I ironically like Tyranitar a lot. 2, 3, and 4. I have a suspicion there's very limited Godzilla fans. All right. Oh, who's this? If everyone is in jail, if everyone in jail turned you into a snail, you would save money because it would be more efficient to house them. My gosh, Mister, when you get some time, we need to go over my SC in Discord about the TCC grading refunds. All right, let's see what you mean by that. Meaning you've already mentioned them. Let's see. Was there something left to them? Is that what it's about? Okay, give me a number, guys. Give me a number. There we go. Oh. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, it's like they didn't get split. Isaac says 2, 1, 2. We could allow 4. What do you guys think about that? Should we allow the numbers 0 and 4, which are the equivalent of no split? I mean, that's kind of like a shuffle, I guess. Wait, I thought we had 4 people in here. Am I going nuts? Didn't we have 4 people? Something's not right. I swear we had 4 people. Am I crazy? Look, we were doing a setup to break this, and it says we only have 3 people in here. No 0, says Edward. I think we are at only 3. Oh my god. All right. Big fail there, guys. Let's see if we can pull this back out. Oh, good. It was on this one. Cool. Okay. Wonder who would have gotten it. I got you all excited for the jumbo pack break, and it's not done. I'm sorry. Probably because I was distracted. Now, we have an order from... Who's this? Other than Mr. Carlos Sura. He wants an Inferno Xbox and a Dan to Dan box. I'll have to step out and get that Dan to Dan. Got me excited for nothing. Sorry, man. The little cat's just hanging out in the hallway right now. How cute. All right. Let's grab this. Ooh. Thank you, Mr. Carlos. Ready? Oh. Oh. Okay, we'll set that there. Let's start with the Dan to Dan. Dan. Okay. We got the most lame, boring Chinese buffet sound of music playing in the background right now. Konnichiwa. Oh. What's your cat's name? Cat. There we go. Tossing this. Oh. Let's get a break going for the kitty's name. Ah, the audience gets to name the cat, huh? It's interesting. Play Baby Metal. Baby Metal. Here's how we decide the cat's name. You send in $4 and a name, and I write the name down on a card. And then when everyone's done doing that, everyone who's interested, we shuffle the names up, and one name is chosen. Boom. And then we'll take the sale of picking the name of the kitty's name, and we'll use the money for a kitty hospital fund for the future. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. He spells it with the Q, quat. I don't know. There we go. Horizontal stream, says Jorge Trejo. I know, it's been a little while. There we go. There we are. Is it male, female, or other? We have not assumed the cat's gender. Kitty treats fund. That'd probably be a lot of treats. Well, maybe not a lot of treats. You know, the price of cat stuff is so expensive these days. Here's this guy. Here's a hollow. What I don't understand is why Karis doesn't make a little kitty cat YouTube channel and make cat content. Kitty loves sardines. Oh, nice. You got a nice SP here. Take a look at that. Ooh. All right. Not bad, man. So that's for you, Mr. Carlos. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. And here's another hollow. Ready? What's the Pikachu gender? Now, hold on. That would not be right of us to assume the Pikachu's gender. All right. Very good. Tonight's stream title, Releasing the 28 Pokemon Hostages. Or whatever the number is, 48. You said you're giving birth to one. Yeah, we're giving, well, it's live. It's a live birth. Right here on YouTube. There we go. Oh. I had to take a phone call during the actual opening, so I just watched it back. I watched my time to mine opening. If you think Karis would like the Fox card, you can give it to her. Oh, no, it's okay. You should keep it. We are. There we go. She's not allowed to have nice things. There we go. So, unisex Pikachu birth. We never assume the gender of the baby. It's not right. We're not bigots. All right. There's that Hello Kitty if you just want to buy it outright. Beautiful. Are Tag 9s doing as well as PSA 9s? Oh, that's a great question. I actually have no clue about that. What's for dinner? Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. There we go. They, them. Don't you be talking about my they, them that way. Let me have a sip. I wish it was Golden Corral. Okay, you ready? We went to Golden Corral in Kansas City. Oh my God, it was so good. I can't believe we don't have one out here. We used to have one, it closed. You are? Golden Corral is insane. We went to the Kansas City Golden Corral, and their steak, you know, because it's all you can eat steak, their steak was that thick. It was insane. We should have taken pictures and shared it with you guys. Their steak was like that thick, and it was juicy, and it melted in your mouth. It was so good. I was like, how can they get away with this? It doesn't make any sense. It's got a perfect charbroil smoky flavor, and it's soft, it's not hard, and it's such a big, thick cut of steak. It's like super high quality, and all this for 45 bucks. And it just didn't make any sense at all. I was like, you would have to pay like $100 for this at another steakhouse. And it would not be all you could eat. You'd get one of those and then you'd go home. Thick and juicy meat. Oh yeah, thick and juicy, melt in your mouth. Ready? So here is Wigglytuff. Looking really crazy. That's a crazy Wigglytuff design. Mister's bugging. Oh, it was good. It was good. I give it a 10 out of 10. It's funny how Golden Corral continues to be the #1 restaurant in my mind. We actually tried a new restaurant in Kansas City as well. So we went to a fancy ramen noodle shop. What was it called? Like Nintico or something like that. I can't remember. And that's a whole story. I mean, I could go on and on about what happened over there. So we were tired after the Renaissance Fair. We're like, let's go get a nice dinner. And we're like, let's try something new. So we finally... My hubby makes jumbo shrimp salads, and minus the salad when we hit the golden trough. What? And minus is the salad when we hit the golden in trough. What? But, so we decide we're going to go to a ramen noodle shop, and there's this sort of pause, you know, there's this sort of feeling like, should we try something new, or should we go to something we're familiar with, right? But we're like, come on, we're on a vacation, let's do something new, let's do something different today. And there's this fear when you try something new that it's not going to be as good as the thing you usually eat, right? So anyways, we drive off to this place, and it's in this kind of like this area that had just been built. You know, you can tell it's fresh. All the buildings are brand new. It's a shopping mall, outdoor mall center. There's like a big Target. There's like a Whole Foods, that kind of stuff, right? And so it has this sort of like uppity corporate feeling that is so, it's like the calling card of those areas. You know, like Chesterfield, Missouri, out here in Missouri. You might have a place like that where you live, where the houses are little, like kind of upper middle class, and you get a movie theater, you get all the nice shops are there. So we go into this complex, we drive into it to get to the ramen noodle shop, and, you know, we're looking at each other going, is this even going to be good? There's this immediate, yeah, the nice part of town. Ooh, look at that, we're a Oreo. There's this immediate suspicion that it's not going to be good. So we walk into the building, and it's all super fresh and super clean and super brand new. And both of our hearts sink. We go, nah, this is going to suck, isn't it? Because you can tell by the design of the chairs and the design of the art on the walls and the little sayings like ramen's all the craze or something like that, right? That would be like on the napkins or something. We looked at each other, and then the music they were playing. Were they playing janky old Asian music? No. They were playing like modern hip. So it was modern hip-hop music. So we sit down, and this very hip girl comes up to us. She's like, welcome to Ninteco Ramen, blah, blah, blah. And we open this menu, and it hits us. We're in a millennial hamburger shop. It hits us. We know exactly what it is. It's a millennial hamburger shop. And we look over at the restaurant owner, and we're like, oh, that's not a Japanese dude, right? And then so we order the stupid ramen. We order the tonkatsu ramen. It comes like 40 minutes later, even though the restaurant's not even busy. And it comes 40 minutes later, this ramen does. And it's these horrible low mien noodles. They didn't use the right noodles. It's not ramen noodle. I've eaten a ton of ramen. I've eaten at authentic ramen shops before in downtown St. Louis. I've like watched a million ramen videos. They use the wrong kind of noodle. They don't use real ramen noodles. Ooh, look at that. What's a millennial hamburger shop? You know, millennials, we are young. There's a fire in our soul. One of those, right? And then they don't serve hamburgers. They serve an experience. And the hamburgers are like $25. And the waiter has a man bun. So we went into those, but for ramen noodles. And it was so awful. Every aspect of it was awful. The ramen was heavily overpriced. It took 40 minutes to create. It really was too salty, actually. The flavor of the ramen was super mediocre and way too salty. I've had a lot of ramen. You know, ramen's supposed to be salty, but this was just like a salt bomb. And then it was low mien noodles, and they were like almost crinkly. And I was like, what are we doing here? So that became one of our worst experiences with a brand new restaurant. Waited too long, way overpaid, terrible tasting food, and it was a millennial ramen shop. So, and when we were sitting there, I was looking at her going, where's the janky seats? Where's the old Japanese man? Where's the Asian people? Right? Like if you go to a Filipino restaurant, you want some of the chefs to be Filipino. They don't all have to be Filipino, but you want some of the chefs to be Filipino. It's just not what's going on. So you're looking at each other going, ooh, is this going to be bad? But we've had this exact problem occur with tacos out here in Lake of the Ozarks at a place called Neon Tacos, ran by white people. And they charge you like $20 for like these dry, uncooked tacos. It's really horrible. Stacked said, did that company message you back? They did. They said they have not received a complaint about a missing package. So what that could mean is that the other person has not received their package that has the Pokemon cards in it. Or maybe they did receive the Pokemon cards and they said, I'll take the Pokemon. So I don't know yet. We might give it a little more time. So this has been Carlos Sura's order. He did good here. And then with the Pokemon box, I'd say pretty bad, Carlos. You got Oricorio and a gym trainer card. That's Charcadet, and that's really tough. So I'd say this box was real bad. Sorry, man. Luckily, you got the SP over here, so that helps, okay? Ask ChatGPT for exactly what you want for food when traveling. Yeah, we should have just taken ChatGPT out and said, take us to the best restaurant nearby. All right, because it probably would have done an okay job at least. But again, we wanted to try something new, so we didn't want just like ChatGPT's advice. And so we went to this place because it was also a newer restaurant. It was horrible, man. I just couldn't believe we went there. It was horrible. It was just like Neon Taco. Uncomfortable chairs, a cool interior design with like sayings on the walls. The waiters felt like guys with man buns. Everyone was dressed like in these cool, like half suit, half waiter outfits, right? And there were sayings on the walls and on the napkins. All the signs were there. It was a millennial hamburger shop where they don't serve hamburgers. They serve shareables or something like that, you know. They sell, what do they call those? Handhelds. And they don't have mustard. They have compound butter, you know. They don't have French fries. They have truffle sauce. And so your bill becomes $70 very quickly, and the food's very mediocre. Here's Mark J. Valerian, and he says, may I do tag grading for the Machamp break for the XY Evo? Tag grading for Machamp break. Yes, let's go find that Machamp real fast. He's a good one. Yeah, the Inferno Sect, it was a pretty rough box. I saw that goodbye. That was really rough. Anyways, so that's my experience with the Millennial Ramen Shop. I hope that you learned from my mistakes. Key signs was that it was a brand new restaurant and a really kind of like, you know, kind of like a snooty area. Those are key signs. You want to go to a worn out restaurant that everyone still loves. He should be in here, right? Let's see, because I see this package back here. Oh, maybe he's not in this bag. Okay, let me try another bag. We went to Terry Black's. The moment you walk in, if the design of the store is too hip, walk right back out. There we go. All right, you want, if you're going to an Asian restaurant, you want an old Asian man or woman cooking the food, like a fresh immigrant, first, what do they call that? First something immigrant. And you want them to be smoking a cigarette. I'm not seeing it. Where is it? First generation immigrant. Sorry, I'm trying to find this. I can't find it. I'm trying to find this Machamp at the same time. Do you have a third bag? Did you have a hip bag? Mark Valerian. Did we already send it? Maybe you have a hip bag or something. Am I going crazy? I want a rude receptionist at the desk yelling at the delivery boy in Chinese. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Or like it's family owned and the children are working in the restaurant, like child labor. Huge, huge signs it's going to be decent. Hey, what's up? Tyler Balbo. He says, what are the chances you still habe my bag? I could still habe your bag if it's less than a year old. I'm looking for Mark's Machamp. You want him smoking a cigarette and eating a bowl of like dollar ramen. And then you know it's going to be a good time. Well, I did not see it. Did we already send it off by chance? We are. You have my bag. I'm not sure how long it's been, Law. It says Tyler Balbo. Tyler, I'll just check real fast for you, okay? In a crouch sitting position. Tyler Balbo. There it is. Your bag says 225, so it's still here, Mr. Tyler. Okay, very nice. You got a hollow back there. It looks like a really good hollow, in fact. If they give you 5 Rangoon per order, then don't go. All right. There's a family that runs our Chinese buffet. It's just a family that runs it, and they do an extremely good job, even though it's very janky and kind of dirty feeling even. But their food's really good. So it doesn't matter. We've been to other Chinese buffets with like wider variety, and it's not as good. Their recipes are better. Mark says, I remember I sent out the other Sen Machamp. I'm just checking to see if you have like a second bag or something. Wow, what are these, like all expired? Crazy. This is like a whole expired box. All right, I did not see that, Mr. Mark. What do you think about that? Crab Rangoons are so good. Matthew Hill, Monty Bozzi, Mark, Matt Hansen. Sorry, guys, we're having a little trouble identifying this. So, yeah, it looks like you just have these 2 bags here. And I did not see the XY Machamp. Is it possible you've already signed him up to go? Cats don't even have much meat, and they are sweeties. We need to keep them as pets, not food. Kitty cat. Meow. They probably taste so good. Thinking about eating some kitty cats right now. Am I going crazy? Did I just miss it? I don't see any XY cards, is what's kind of standing out to me. There we are. Did you sell them to me or give them to me? I can't remember. You sold them to me, didn't you? I have like this really faint memory. You were like trying to donate them or give them to me. I can't remember. And I think I told you I had to buy them from you or something. I don't remember what it was. It was something like that. There we are. I remember now. It's a really faint memory. It might be over on my left then somewhere. I'm going to write you down for $30 of store credit. I remember because I was like, are you sure? I used to know a guy who hunted raccoons and would sell the meat to a restaurant. Ew. We would go fishing out in Missouri, and there was a Chinese restaurant where my dad would sell them the fish. It wasn't a Chinese restaurant. I take that back. It was a Chinese grocery store. So let me write you down for $30. And if I recall, something had happened where you had like sold your XY cards. Just another reason why we need receipts. Okay. And if we did do that, I would have placed it like over here or something. Ah, look at that. It says TCC. Oh, there it is. Found it. And that's the Machamp. How did I obtain this? So what was the deal? I don't think I think you were trying to donate it maybe. And I didn't want the donation, and I think I bought it from you in the end, didn't I? I gave you something in return, didn't I? There it is. That's why we were having so much trouble there, guys. We need receipts. Mister, want to start a group of people who go to protest just to protest crazy things? Maybe. Here's Carlos Sura, Magikarp break. Yes, sir. Let's get you in that Magikarp break. There it is. Oops. Okay, Hello Kitty. The lightning bolt. This is quite close now. This is going to say 4, 5. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, mister, going crazy at the moment. No, it's perfectly sensible that you would forget that because I did too, remember? I was like, what happened to those? And again, that's why we got like receipts or something. Receipts would be nice. I'm thinking of making a receipts channel in Discord. So, Mr. NHCC, 2 Azure lanes, 1 Chainsaw Man, 20 off, slab away. You got it, NHCC. So, here's slab away. We're going to jump down here. Your Misty Pikachu goes to 652. Boom, all right. That's updated. And then 2 Azure lane and 1 Chainsaw Man. So, here's the Chainsaw Man. This is perfectly fresh Chainsaw Man. We added it back to the menu. I bought a case of it. I believe it's first edition English. And we added it back to the menu because of, I guess, a new Chainsaw movie is coming out. So that's the reason. And I knew that we had Chainsaw Man as a possibility of something that could be added to the menu. Oh, more Azure Lane means I got to stand up and give fresh box. Fresh box time. All right. Oops. All right. Very nice. So today's stream, I think, got all the way up to about 70-ish. 70 viewers, I think. All right. I think that was the peak. We're going to be looking at total views and subscribers after this ends as well. And we'll share that data with you guys in the Discord server. It is fair to notice that views overall have been down, I feel, the last 2 weeks. Do you guys notice that? Views have been down. Sales have been down. All right. So here's a hollow and a hollow and a hollow. This is a hollow. I'm going to spend some time making the channel a little more competitive. Something I have not worked on in a long time, really. We've just been doing the same thing every single day for a long time. But we want to make sure we remain competitive. And so I've been talking to AI and got some cool ideas going. All right, lovely. Mr. NHCC. Give you guys a reason to come back here and be like, ooh, he's got that thing going on. I want to be there for that. Very nice. Good. Okay, people seem to be struggling. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty, well, everything's so overpriced now. Everything's so overpriced. You know, Mega Evolution packs, I think at one point were like $10 each. And then they went up in price because my supply cost went up. And it's just kind of crazy for, you know, to even think about. Trick or Trade Pikachu, you got it. Mark Valerian. Has anyone bought that last jumbo spot? I don't think they did. There was one spot left on the jumbo, guys. Look at that. Picking that Pikachu out. Pikachu is a good one. All right. What kind of bounty do you guys think I should put forward? I would love to come up with a creative idea for a bounty. There you go. Stop buying $15 fast food. Yeah, fast food's more expensive than ever. That's true. There we go. Mr. Mark, thank you. And we're sending this off to tag, right? There it is, tag. Yeah, we got to get those tag grades up, guys. We need 500 tag grades a month. We get them for a slightly lower price than PSA. Bryce Wolf says, 1 spot in the Magikarp break and 2 Inferno X. You got it, 2 Infernos. 1 spot in Magikarp. Magikarp's going off tonight, guys. That's my prediction. It's only got 2 spots left. What time is it, by the way? 6:44. Bryce Wolf. Wolf. Okay. He's a cool one. Okay. And let's sneak at these. There we go. Buy the Magikarp. Aha, Rotom. And I hate how my music stops. The helmet. Very good, Bryce. Boop. Where's our music button? Click. Here's a lady singing in Japanese. Cookie no wa shakadu. I'm buying fast food instead, says Mark. What's the most delicious meal you can buy from like Walmart? What do you guys, tell me about your shopping habits. I want to know what you guys buy from Walmart. Jeff Leon, to Azure Lane, English. You got it. Like, for example, we'll occasionally buy some frozen pizzas. We'll have those in the freezer. You know why? Because it's so much cheaper than ordering like Pizza Hut or something, right? So if you get that craving and you don't feel like cooking, you just do a frozen pizza. It's only like $5. Oh. Out here in Missouri, we have a really famous pizza chain called Emos. And they make frozen pizzas for you to cook. And it's not as good as the restaurant version, but it's like not far off either. All right, so we get really good frozen pizza as a result of that. Bet you a bunch of you guys have never tried that. The Emo's frozen pizza. So delicious. Ooh, Ingram. Okay, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Nice seeing you again. Walmart. Aldi's is cheaper and less crowded. Here's Tyler Balbo, 3 Mega Evolution and shipping. I have a card in the Cool Kids box. Nice, dude. All right, let's get those Mega Evolutions. Where are the Mega Evolutions? Here they are. Oops, here they are. That falling over. We got 1, 2, 3. There it is. 3 of these. And you've left me an address to look up as well. Thank you for that. We don't have that piece of shop in Mississippi. What? Here's Garganical, Xerneas. Here's Mantine, Alakazam, Steelix. Come on. Oh, man, you got Obama Snow. Woo. 1 Obama Snow. At Walmart, I get peanut butter Oreos, 2 gallons of milk, and then I take a quick walk through the freezer section. Peanut butter Oreos and 2 gallons of milk. What? Here we go. What's your favorite frozen food aisle food, guys? There we go. What do you guys buy from the freezer aisle? Chicken nuggies. Here we are. Obama Snow. You guys ever buy those Korean dumplings? There we go. I'll buy those. They got that stinky Korean flavor I like. Good. And let's just see what you have for the shipping address. Miss Alexis did not come in today, by the way, guys, so shipping won't go out till Friday. Walmart has a generic Velveeta that I use with my buddy for catching trout. What? You guys put a little cube of cheese on the end of your hook? That's funny. Card in the cool... Oh, right. Card in the Cool Kid box. Let's go grab that. We don't want to miss that, obviously. All right. Actually, you know, it's been a while since anyone's pulled anything out of here. Here's a little NHCC card. Don't forget about that. Here's some Jeff Leon cards. Okay, so don't forget about that. What else we got over here? We got Alex, Yolan, Anthony, Isai, Michael. There's a card for me, actually. That's kind of interesting. Tyler Balbo. Very good. Okay, Kayla. Oh, he's got a ghost rare. Huh, must be a really old one. What's that? Oh, Brett Love. Wow, he's got a cool freaking Darth Maul. I'd have sent that into grade for him and then just give it to him when it comes back. Here's Ethan, Alistair, Isai again. So Isai's got a lot in there. I wonder where he is. I've got a bunch of his cards sitting in a box. I miss him. He needs to come back in here. I need to put him on an email list and tell him what's going on. Okay, Mr. Tyler. Okay, let's see. Ta-da! Let's go ahead and make this a little, well, it's not very heavy. Pretty light. Good. Sprint. Okay. I just got a text message from Kellis. What's she saying? She's sharing TikToks with me. She's on the fence about this surgery. All right, let's print this. Stamps has encountered a problem. What are you talking about, dude? Print. All right. Good. I didn't forget my queen. She's going to stay in the cool kids box. My queen. Konnichiwa. You guys listen to this music? I'm feeling very anime as a result. I gotta be stronger for my friends. I think that's AI music, by the way. Oh, now wait a second. Oh my God, it's more of this. Okay, skip that. Now wait a second. Tyler Balbo had shared a specific address with me. Is that what we used to ship you? No. Okay, so his address changed. I apologize, guys. We're going to go ahead and fix all that. So step number 1, we're going to go in and cancel that label. That is step number 1. Ah. Some freaking freaks. All right, give me a second here. Hold off on my next shipment going out. There's another strike. Oh, okay, so we don't want to send out your raw cards is what you're saying. Okay. This shipment says action required for Mr. Jonas. That's interesting. I'll jump over here to packages. Oh, right. We were supposed to be in here. We were supposed to be canceling that label that we just printed. Sorry, could you mention that not enough space? Oh, the address change. Right. Yeah, no problem. I caught on. So we need to get rid of this. And we are going to delete this one. Okay, that's good. So now that's been canceled. Step number 2, we need to go into our address book. Good. Okay. Oops. No. Delete this. Good. Now we're going to delete your old address. All right. Tyler, we're going to start doing, we are going to start doing an email list so that people can know like what breaks we're hosting. Let me know if you want on that, okay? We're going to start building that. We should have been building that for the last 6 years. Imagine how humongous it would be. But now we're going to start pretty much from the beginning on that. All right, so we're logging in. Good, so your PayPal has the new address. That's perfect. All right, we'll grab the email. Okay. This one on the way probably held up too. Oof, that sucks, man. All right, there we go. The new address is in and print. Oh, it actually costs more now. Sign me up. I'd like to see that. All right, cool. So that's pretty easy to do. We can just grab this email. And then we should have a Discord server over here. The mailing list. Ah, there it is. There it is. So you're the first one in there. How interesting. You're the very first person in there. I just got a message from Scuffed who said nobody is buying Chinese 151. All right, so that is ending on the 18th, I told him. We're going to go ahead and pull out your other label and tear it into half. I wonder if it would be smart for us to get rid of the live shipping, but I feel like the live shipping is such a good idea because, you know, if there's an issue with the shipping, we sort it out right then and there. Doesn't require any more, you know, you don't have to like talk with me over email 5 times. Like we're live and we can just talk to each other right away. So I've always liked making the labels live. I feel like it really works. All right, there we go. We also have an order for Jeff Leon, 2 prismatic. Also, once in my pseudo hits bag. What is in my pseudo hit bag? It used to be a hits bag. Now it's just everything's going in there. There we go. All right. Ready? Let's go ahead and snip this. Snip. Lovely. I'm out of the Poke collecting for the most part, but if it's a good card, I'll definitely join in on a break. Sure. We are here, Screamtail. Well, that's what's cool about the breaks is, you know, if you've got $40 you want to lose, you can take a shot at a really expensive card, and somebody definitely pulls it. Even though your odds aren't going to be super good, somebody definitely pulls it. So it's a bit of fun. It's like a way to kind of waste some money, entertain yourself, and on occasion, you'll probably get a hit. So it's a cool thing. We've been hosting the breaks on this channel for many years now. This Magikarp, for example, is about to go off. Somebody's about to collect this 25th anniversary Magikarp for just $40. So that's a big deal. The idea of that is a big deal. So Jeff, maybe you have a second bag, Jeff? That would be nice. Who's that? No. Yeah, clean this table up sometime. Here's 6. Here's Jeff. We have bags over here, perhaps, for Mr. Jeff. We might have bags over here. Oh, nope. That's somebody else's bag. So, Jeff, we got some of these cards from today. And then you got these from the past. Well, that was still from today. All right, here we are. She's kind of cool. Ooh, we got more kaiju boxes. We found more kaiju. And, oh, you're opening the magical girls. And, yeah, those kaiju boxes are real cheap. We're just trying to let them go. Jumbo, jumbo, jumbo. It is 6:57. I think at this point, even if the jumbo filled, we'll save it for tonight. There you go, Mr. Jeff. You're out of Pokemon card collecting. I'm sorry to hear that, Tyler. Just saving up for something else right now, huh? Some people take a break so they can focus on something else in life. Here's Holland's Electrode. Here's Dusclops. Here's Staff Tavanitar. If you ever get tired of my emails, just put them in the spam folder and then they'll leave you alone. Here's Pilgrim. You forgot to add a spot on the front of the... Oh, sorry about that. Yes, you're right. 2 spots remain. For anyone who's watching, who's thinking about becoming a first-time buyer, we have a special first-time buyer card. It's the Yoshi Poker card. I also had to take a small break. I get it. I get it. Life, you know, demands a lot of money from you, all kinds of ways. There's vehicle, insurance and health, college, there's real estate, there's debt, like credit card and student loan. So, you know, the world asks for a lot of money, and this is an expensive hobby. So I totally get that. We get guys who go away for a long time, and then maybe one day they get a different job, and they're like, hey, I want to collect cards again. It's a fun activity. My bet is if you, once upon a time, if you collected cards and you found that fun, one day you come back, because I think it means already, it's like saying you don't like sex anymore. It's like, yeah, right, dude. Yes, you do. You'll come back to collecting, maybe not with me, maybe you'll just collect with, you know, your local Walmart or on eBay or something. But you'll probably go back to collecting one day. So the trick is to get really good at it, in my opinion, to just get good at enjoying it. I mean, you have an estimated delivery date for your shipment. We have the shipments. So I'm getting a shipment. All right. Very nice. Is this mine, mister? This is NHCC's. That's right. This one's yours. Ready? So we're ready for a signature to pop out of these, right? What do we got here? Here's a holo. Can I see all the cards in the Cool Kid box? Yeah, I don't mind. We are. Here's some holos. Okay. Here's a holo. Here's some holos. Here's a holo. Here's some holos. Here's Chainsaw Man. So this stream kind of peaked around 70 viewers. We're down to 53 viewers. Here's a holo. And there we go. You got a full art. That's not super good numbers. I wonder if the vertical stream would have done better, but we're going to know for sure if the total number of viewers competes at all with the daytime stream when the stream ends. You know, when it comes to vertical versus horizontal, I'm not very passionate about one over the other. Like, I don't go, we have to have vertical, we have to have horizontal. I really do just look at data on which one's performing better, and that's about it. Nothing else. So, you know, if you're somebody who really likes horizontal, I respect that. I hope that you'll consider vertical as well, because it's not based off of, you know, any kind of personal preference. It's just based off of what YouTube directs me to do. We are. Look at that. Mr. NHCC. You got a box over here, don't you? Oops. All right. Very nice. The decision on which one to do won't be based off of like a vote or anything like that. It's really just going to be based off of the numbers. Grab your bag. Ooh. Uno Mas Magic Card. I think it means Uno has Magic Card. Sent for Carp. For this one? Oh, it means one more Magic Card. I'm so dumb, dude. Now, we have Mr. Dallas Willis, one in the Magic Card break. Why, thank you, Mr. Dallas. It is. Dallas, have you been in a break before? I can't remember. I definitely recognize you. That was Cash App. Jeff Leon says 2 Azure lanes. And Mr. NHCC says Magikarp. Okay, let me get these 2 Azure lanes. Now, it is 7:01, so that's the cutoff, guys. It's kind of like we're required to stop at this point, even if I want to keep going. I'm going to snip this. I was in one a couple days ago. Nice, dude. So we find that these fast-moving breaks are still pretty popular, like the Jumbo Pack break and the Lightning break. All right. Put my 40 towards Misty Pikachu Slab Away. Misty Pikachu Slab Away. Oh, because you didn't make it into this? You are. All right, there we have it for Mr. Jeff Leon. Just 2 cold ones this time. Going for that snipe. Let's see. Setting this here. Oh, wait, I'll make it in the card? You might. You might make it in there. Okay, that's Magikarp for NHCC. Let's count it up, okay? Tonight, that means we'll be picking out a new lightning break. Lightning breaks tend to be breaks under 10 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There it is, all 8 spots. You will make it in there. So the results of this break shall be at the beginning of the nighttime stream. Be sure to smash the bell so that when we go live, it alerts your phone. We typically go live at 1 a.m. Central Time. That's going to be like 11 p.m. in California or 2 a.m. in New York. Okay, so that's when that'll actually be hosted. And that looks like it was the last order, except it's not. Mr. Jeff sent in one more order. You get Mr. Jeff, and it says... Still fishing around here they are, the Azure Englishes. Here's the box topper. You can have that box topper. And then 1 prismatic as well. I love it. The prismatics are at a great price right now, guys. Really liking prismatic right now. Prismatic, the booster pack price has fallen, and yet the Umbreon has gone up in price. It's like the perfect time period to open prismatic. So I strongly recommend that one. Dracloak, I ought to make a video on that. Okay. Ooh. Posture Gary Oak says, boo. There's got to be a hard stopping point. I think 7 p.m. has got to be a hard stopping point. We are. Non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. That's what AI told me. It said you have to have a non-negotiable schedule for having time off. We are. All right. And there we have it. Just so you know, these 3 packs remain. So no more spots in that break? That's correct. So the Magikarp break is completed, and now we're ready to host a new break, which could be, it'll be chosen tonight. It'll be a good one, okay? You'll want into the new one, I promise. We always try to pick the best. We like to focus on card sets that are going up in price and that just feature a lot of desirable characteristics. So like this one was clearly desirable, right? Cheesy Gordata Crunchy Yummo. I'm going to cop those 3 live. Yes, so if we click this right here, Mr. Jeff sent in very rapidly for that. He wants the last 3. Here you go, Jeff. So that is a box of Azure Lane First Edition English selling today. There we go. Good. Ready? You can check the announcement channel in Discord to see what the data for this horizontal stream was like. This was a 2-hour stream in the daytime. We can compare this to the daytime tomorrow, except we can host that one in vertical if you want, and we'll have a quick comparison. All right, here's this girl, and she's covering up her hoo-ha. Look at that. So there were actually 2 full arts. Wow. They were all crammed on one side. Pretty interesting. They're at the bottom of the box too. All right, there you have it. Unfortunately, not a Siggy in that box, but maybe the next box. We have more of it. It's coming out of a case of them. And then I'm all out of these. Appreciate you hopping back, Mr. Jeff. You should at least stop by and say hi sometime, okay? All right, here we are. As a moderator. There we go. All right, very nice. That was something we were talking about last night. So, we've got all the orders done. Perfect. Tonight, 1 spot left in the Jumbo Pack break. Also tonight, this Magikarp goes off and we choose a new Magikarp. I'll see you guys there. Have a nice night. Can I see my... Oh, he wants to see his cool kid pulls real fast. I think we can get that done real fast. Sarah, Jeff Leon. Here goes Jeff. Okay, you got Traveling Chocobo, Fudge Girl, Barely Wearing Panties Girl, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Boobies Girl, Konnichiwa Girl. Whoa, you got a lot of signatures. These are all signatures. This is coming from the Magical Girls card set, if you guys want to chase after cards like this. And then this is also magical. Oh, they're all Magical Girls. And then what about these over here? I don't know what this is from. Is that also Magical Girls? And this looks like it's probably something else. This is Nikke. I don't know what this one is. Yeah, I don't know this one. All right. Mr. Jeff, he does like those signatures, huh? Those are fun. It's gushing over. Yeah, I just call it Magical Girls because it's easier. All right, guys. Thank you so much. See you tonight for the late night stream.